Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I thought to show you the planner that I'm going to be using for 2026 and some of the things that I intend to do and some of the things that are going to be slightly different for me and kind of the reasons why. Okay, so I decided to still go with my classic size vertical layout happy planner. And one of the things I discussed at the beginning of this year is whether or not the classic size was going to continue to work for me because I wasn't sure because 2024 I was running out of space and I really struggled with whether or not I should buy a big size happy planner, and I really didn't want to. And so I almost did for 2025, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to stick with the classic planner because I really love that size. And I thought if I run out of space this year, then I'm just going to have to suck it up and get that big size planner. Luckily, so far this year, I haven't run out of space. I mean, even when I've been super busy. So I do think that my assumptions that I was making last year about the reasons why I was running out of space were true. The fact that I started my own business and was doing so many different things in a truncated time period. So I was doing so much in a really short time. And so I think that's the reason why last fall and winter, I was really running out of space. This year, since I've kind of, worked on a lot of my workflow and kind of perfected some of my scheduling and things like that, I haven't had that issue. And so I think moving forward, I think I can go ahead and stick with a classic size planner and maybe for 1 or 2 weeks a year, kind of scale back maybe on design if I feel like I need to add some extra space. But so far, again, it hasn't really been an issue. So I stayed with a classic size vertical layout. The vertical layout is really what speaks to me. Now, I mentioned this last year. I hate when Happy Planner puts, and I don't know if you can see it, but when they put the year on the planner cover. This is so annoying to me. I don't know why they do this. And most planners don't like this. We don't like when they do this. And we've asked them repeatedly not to do this because a lot of planners like to reuse their covers for different purposes and different things. And you have this big year emblazoned on the front, and it kind of makes it difficult to do that. One of the things I've done in the past when I wanted to repurpose a planner cover was try to find like a sticker or something. But this is really large. So trying to find something that covers that without it looking out of place or, kitschy, you know what I mean, is a little bit difficult. And so that's one of the things that I don't particularly like. Now, I will say, I don't like the cover at all. It's not my style. And again, I mentioned this last year. I love florals, but I don't necessarily like them on my planner cover. Like I might use them, inside of my planner or, decorate a spread, but I don't necessarily like them on my planner cover. So I don't like this. And I know you're thinking, well, why did you buy it? Well, I'm glad you asked. So kind of same situation as last year. But slightly different. This year, I actually wanted to get, with the fall release, they had a Gilmore Girls planner, and it was available in the classic size, and it was available within the vertical layout. And I was like, yes, I love Gilmore Girls. I've always been a huge fan of them. My mom and I used to watch them back in the day. We just love the program, like the banter. It's just a really great show, really funny. But I was shocked by the fact that so much of it was so decorated. The cover was really cute and pretty. The cover page inside of the Gilmore Girls planner was really cute and pretty. And maybe I'll even put some pictures for you to see what I'm talking about as I'm speaking, in case you haven't seen it yet. But I just thought the planner was just so adorable until they started showing some of the internal pages beyond the layout for the year. So, for example, like the currently page was decorated, and I thought, okay, not the end of the world, kind of annoying, but, I can get over it. When they showed the monthly page and that was decorated, and I'm like, why is the monthly page decorated? And I think the thing that was odd to me is like all of the spreads that were decorated had like an autumn vibe, even for example, in January or June, it had like falling leaves and things like that. And I thought that was it just seemed so odd to me. Like it did not make sense to me at all. And then I thought, okay, that's super annoying. I mean, am I going to want to cover up all of that with, like blank sticker paper? And I thought, okay, I'm going to add stickers there, but having to every month cover up, like, for example, I think it was like decoration in the middle of the spine. And I thought, am I really going to want to cover that up every month? And I'm like, if I'm already covering up the currently page, it's like I could slap down an entire sheet of sticker paper over that. Okay, fine. But the monthly is a little bit more difficult because I do use the monthly boxes. And so I was like, well, if I cover up both sides of the page, then that means either I have to reprint a monthly on sticker paper and then print that out. So that times 12 And then the 12 currently pages, I would be doing that too. And I just thought, do I really want to be doing that? And I'm like, if I'm paying $30 for a planner, no offense, but I don't feel like I shouldn't have to do all of that kind of stuff. So that was kind of upsetting. But I still was kind of like, I still was trying to make it work because I just thought it was so cute. And I love the Gilmore Girls and I love the theme. So I was like, okay, well, if that's it, maybe I can just get over that. Then they flipped to the weekly pages and those were decorated too. And I was like, really? Like it made no sense to me. And so I was like, there's no way I can, buy this planner and I'm going to have to like cover up all this stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. So I begrudgingly let go of that idea, even though I love the planner and love the style. Just too much of it was decorated for me. And, if you're short on time, I think that could be a good, style for you. A good solution is to find a planner that is partially decorated so that you don't have to worry about doing that. But I prefer to do that myself. And I also don't want every page, even though I love autumn and it's my favorite season, I don't want it to look like autumn and June. You know what I mean? Like I like enjoying all of the seasons. And I just thought it was kind of weird the way that they did the layouts for that. So that was a no for me. And I was really sad about it. And so then I kind of switched to what I thought I was going to do last year. And I thought, okay, well, maybe this will be the year I order the custom planner. Things hopefully will be better than they were last year. But to me, they have the same problem. They offer a custom planner, but they don't offer you all of the cover designs in the custom planner. And I don't like that. To me, I feel like if you're going to pay, and by the time I added everything and what I mean by everything, like chose my layout, chose the cover, added, I think expander discs is what I added because I like expander discs. I use that. The first thing I do with my planner is add expander discs because I know that I'm going to need them. I think it was going to end up being like $45, $48, something like that. And that's without me adding any accessory packs. So I'm like, okay, $45 before shipping, before tax. So it's going to be well over $50, right? The Happy Planner shipping usually is $8. And then tax on top of it. And so I'm like, you're looking at like $55, right? To $60, depending on what planner options you choose. And I'm like, and I still don't like everything. I mean, all the covers, I just felt like were a little like last year. And I just wish they gave us more options. I feel like a lot of the designs are similar. And like a lot of floral designs, I feel like they don't really give you much to pick from. And I feel like the coolest designs come out in their fall launch, but then they limit you in terms of what you can get. For example, some of the styles I liked were in the big size, but some of the styles, and vice versa. Because I know some people that have the big and were like, the style I wanted was in classic. And I'm like, the style I wanted was in big, but I have a classic planner. And so I wish they would just offer all the styles in the sizes so we could get what we wanted in the size planner that we're using. But they don't do that. And for example, like the Gilmore Girls, if you could choose that and just have it have a plain inside, I think that would have been perfect because the dividers were funny and hilarious. But I wanted that with the cover and the dividers and with a plain weekly spread, plain monthly spread, plain currently page, like most of their other planners are. So I decided to look online and see what I could find. And Joann's is out of business, which is where I usually would get my planner from if I didn't get it directly from Happy Planner. So I couldn't get it from them. So I thought I would check and see what Michael's had. And lo and behold, Michael's had Happy Planners, and they had some on sale. And usually my hack that I do, if I can't find a planner that I love on Happy Planner, usually the solution that I usually do is I'll buy one of the 18-month planners and get it on sale. And then I won't feel bad about having to like customize some of the stuff. Because to me, if I feel like I'm buying a $30, $40 planner, I feel like I shouldn't have to customize it, right? Because if I'm going to invest that time into customization after spending money, I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. You know what I mean? So I feel like if I'm going to have to customize everything and spend that time and effort, then at least I should be able to get a deal. And Michael's had 18-month planners in limited sizes and designs, but they had it available in both the big and the classic for $6.99. So I got this planner for $6.99. And that was a steal. And so one of the things that I'm going to do, and I'm not going to show you all the things now because otherwise this video will be too long. So I think I'll do a separate setup video showing what I'm going to do. But I've purchased some planner covers on Etsy. And so I'm going to print those out, size them properly. And I think I'll laminate them. And I bought some heavier lamination because previously in the past when I've laminated my own cover, it was nice, but it didn't feel quite as thick as Happy Planner. And I bought, I think last year, was it last year? No, year before last, when I did a custom cover. I think it was 5mm lamination, because it comes in, I think, 2, 3, and 5. 5 at the time was the thickest I could find, and so I thought that's what this was. And when I felt the Happy Planner cover and the 5mm cover, this was thicker. And so I was asking some of my planner friends, and they were like, no, I think you need to buy the 10mm size, and I couldn't find it at the time. But this year I could on Amazon. So I don't know if I just didn't see it or what. So I'm going to get that, and hopefully that'll make my cover that I'm going to make as thick as this. So that's going to be the first thing I change. I'm going to change the cover because I don't like this. I don't like the year on it. I'm not a fan of the year, because when you open it, you can see the year. So I'll cut this and show you what it looks like. Okay, so that's the name page. Again, you have the year here, right? So it's like you have the year on the bottom here. You have the year on the bottom of the page here, right? So why do I need it here? Let's see, what is it? Okay, let me take this off. I think this is just the name of the planner and shows the layout, that type of thing. Okay, is that everything? Nope, one more. So I'll take all of that off. So that's the back of the cover, in case you're wondering. And the inside has this really pretty purple cover. In fact, I almost like this better than I do this. So you could make the back cover the front and the front cover the back if you didn't want to make your own cover. I've done that before when I didn't like, the front of it. I've inverted it, and so I have this on the front and this on the back. Okay, so that is an option if you don't want to DIY, essentially. But I don't mind doing that, especially given the great deal that I got on this. So, in fact, I might even make my own name page, but we'll see. I might make something to go with my own design. Now I'm looking at this, because this is 2025, so I could take this out if I wanted to and just have this. I usually don't even use this, but I usually keep it in just in case I do. I mean, occasionally I will, but most of the time I don't use this. And this I usually use for writing down birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, things like that. This is pretty much what I use this for. I know some people use this for different things, like writing like their symptoms or writing their meals for each day. So you can use this however you want, but that's how I usually use this. And again, this is an 18-month planner, so it starts in July. So I would be using it from this page. So I probably will cover the back of this just so I don't have that, again, since I don't really need it. And maybe that's 2026. If I choose to keep this, what I might do is cover the back of this and the front of this, just so, again, it's not distracting to have stuff that I'm not going to use. So this is going to be January 2026 through December, okay? And then, okay, this is the July coverly page. So yeah, I might have to cover some stuff just so I don't have random stuff here. So these are the dividers, and I mean, some of them are really beautiful. Like this one, I mean, that is just stunning. I think that's really pretty. And I'll go ahead and show them to you, just in case you want to get this planner and you're curious as to what it looks like. So I mean, it's not horrible, right? But again, just not really my style. And I notice when, like, the dividers just don't speak to me. Like, it just makes me sad. I mean, I like to have, when I look on the currently page, to have something that is pretty and brings me joy, right? I mean, it's a simple thing, but it's also something that's easy to fix if you don't like. So this is what it's looking like. So, and now one of the things I have done in the past when I did like most of the dividers is, for example, take July here. Like if I like this one better than this July, just swap it out, right? Now the only downside is this, but at the time I did this, I wasn't using the monthly layout. So if you don't use the monthly layout, you can easily swap out your dividers. Now this is another pet peeve of mine, is that Happy Planner continues to put the month on the back of the divider, even though we've asked them not to, and the only one they've removed it from is the custom planners. So in order to get the month removed off the divider, you have to buy a custom planner. And I think that they should do that for all of the planners and not just a custom planner. Because if you're paying full price for a planner, and I have paid full price for Happy Planner planners, you're looking at least $30, right? And if you're buying like a Disney planner, it might be closer to $40. And I feel like for that price, we should be able to get the divider separate. You know what I mean? Like, in fact, I don't know any other planner system that does this. Most planner systems don't put the month on the divider. So I think that's kind of annoying that they do that. Again, the weekly layout. So this is the monthly layout. So that's what that looks like. And then vertical weekly layout. And you have this sidebar grid, which they kept, and this note section, which I usually cover this up. And I usually use this section for the start of like my grocery list or things like that. And if it's not, grocery week, then usually I'll cover that up too. But that's what it looks like. So basically what I'm going to do is use the guts of this planner from January 2026. So from here through December 2026. But what I'm going to do is make my own dividers. And I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. I think what I might do, because again, the month is on the back of this, is what I've done in the past is printed them on cardstock and just have, you could either do cardstock and do a double divider. So I would have the divider here and then have this one. But I don't necessarily like the look of that. So I think what I might do is just print it on printer paper and then cover this entire thing. I think that might be what I do. When I didn't used to use my monthly, I would just print a divider on cardstock, punch it out, and then I would add my own tabs. So you could do it that way. If you want to use the tabs or you don't have tabs, you could just print the divider without tabs and just have it in the front. And then you have basically 2 dividers so that you keep your month. But I think what I might do is, again, print on like printer paper so that it's not too thick and just cover it up. But I'm worried about this design peeking through. So we'll have to see how that works. So I might have to do cardstock anyway, and it might just be super thick. I might do a test print and see if it'll cover that up. So again, when I do my setup video, I'll show that to you so we can see what will work. So if you want to do something similar, you will know what will work for you. So that's kind of the options of what I'm thinking of doing. So I'm definitely going to make my own cover. I'm definitely going to make my own dividers. I think the only thing, and maybe my own name page too. And I probably will cover up the back of this if I choose to keep this 2026 calendar. Since this starts here for me, that I will use for 2026, and then cover up the back of the beginning of 2026 January so that I don't have leftover 2025 months here. So I'll probably just use some decorative either cardstock or scrapbook paper or something like that to put over that. And then again, I think I'll do the same thing for the dividers. And if I'll print it on paper, I think printer paper first, and see if I can see through this. And if I can, then I probably will print it on cardstock and just have this be really thick. I think that might be the solution. Because the only other way to get around that is if I reprint the calendar, and that means I would have one I printed here, so it's going to be hard to match it up. So I would have to reprint in both of these and then glue them down. And I don't think I want to do that. So yeah, I'm thinking of only just printing it on printer paper or even cardstock if I have to, and gluing it directly on this. If you don't want to glue it directly on this, again, you could do what I did one year and just had 2 dividers, and the ones I created, which were out of cardstock, and then this original one so I could keep the monthly. If you don't care about the monthly, then you can just take this out. If you don't use it, put your own divider in here, and then this won't matter that it's here because you're not using the monthly. So again, those are kind of some different solutions that you can kind of play around with, and some of the ideas that I'm toying around with using in order to make this fit my personality and make this planner my own. So that's what I intend to do for 2026. I will still be using I still will be using a classic happy planner with the vertical layout, but I will be printing out my own cover and laminating it and creating my own dividers and maybe doing some other customized items throughout. But again, I'll take you on that journey when I actually put it all together. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Let me know in the comments what planner you're going to be using for 2026, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired, and thank you for watching.